All right, hello, traveling tea time. Sorry for the long delay since posting a video. We've been a little busy, but we're back today with an old school review of the Qantas Business Class product on the 747, the Queen of the Skies. We get started here with the Qantas Business Class lounge at Sydney International Airport. Got there a little late at night, so part of the main meal area was closed. However, as you can see, there was still plenty to eat there, including cold and hot plate food, wide variety of drinks. The lounge itself is quite linear with not much depth to it, and unfortunately the seats with power outlets were a hot commodity, and it was something very hard to come by, especially getting there late at night. So if you get a seat like that, make sure you keep it. We were able to jump on board the 747-400. Boarding was an absolute nightmare. There was really no kind of organized process, if you will, to getting people out of their seats. So it was kind of a mad rush, and being business class snuck on first, but still kind of fighting for that position was a bit awkward to say the least. So I think something that could be certainly improved upon, but nonetheless, we made it on board. Board through the first floor here, and as you can see, with the forward business class cabin on the first floor is a 2-3-2 layout. Again, with the old school model, there's not much privacy, and you do have a seatmate, which nowadays is not highly competitive, but then again, it's still better than economy or premium economy. Still, I think one of the coolest things is walking up the stairs on an airplane, and I absolutely love the upper deck and its quaint feel, and kind of how cozy the cabin is up top. Definitely offers a more unique environment than anything else on an airplane. The upper deck cabin is a 2-2 layout, which offers a little more dedication and service from the flight attendants. Mattress pad was already at the seat because this was a red-eye flight. The beauty of having the upper deck in the 747 as well is that you get cubbies next to your seat, which helps with storage. A slightly retro layout here. You have the old school remote. The seat controls, though, were plentiful, including massage function, adjustable lumbar support, and everything you need to stay happy and relaxed on your flight. The TV, outdated to say the least. It was resolution-wise not the best. The actual interface itself was outdated compared to the A330, which I flew earlier in the day. A little fidgety putting it back in there, but nonetheless, you also had a little privacy divider to help out with things. Plus, I'm a total sucker for old school seats. Something about them being a little more broken in and comfier just makes the ride that much more comfortable. Even though I don't have my 1-to-1 layout or more privacy, it's still something I immensely enjoy. Tray table does come out of the middle, fairly standard adjustable slidable bifold tray table, which was sturdy and could lock into place at the very end. So in all, I think the seat really was pretty solid for how outdated it was. Another little, not gripe, but another detail is that there's no footwell, so the seat does fully lie flat, but there is no ottoman or footwell for you to put your feet at, unless you're long enough where you can stretch out and I guess kind of sneak your feet in there. But other than that, power outlets were also available, including AC power, 2 USB ports, as well as an Ethernet port if you want to connect. Pajamas were handed out, which was a perk instead of having to ask for it, along with the amenity kit, which was on the more bare bones side of things in terms of business class. I still was able to get some facial lotion and hydration, along with toothbrush and toothpaste, eye mask, and some discount coupons with earplugs. So it still offered kind of what you would expect out of just any airline. I wouldn't say this was over the top or one of the best ones I've ever had, but still little things to help make traveling just that much nicer. At the seat as well was an additional blanket and pillow, which came in handy for sleeping on the nighttime flight from Sydney up to Tokyo. I don't really have any negatives about the seat other than the privacy, but that's just the name of the game. The 747 will not see any update of this business class cabin, as Qantas is already retiring 747s from the fleet, so you can look forward to seeing more of the A330 business class layout in more airlines to come. We're now going to dive into the menu. service tonight included a dinner along with dessert and breakfast to be served with some light snacks. So I will leave you to some nice background music, and I'll catch up with you on the other side. And to get started with the meal, we had a little bread with butter, and I chose as my main dish the roast pork with some corn puree, grilled vegetables, as well as a little salsa fresca dressing on the top. And all, it was really tasty. Although the corn puree here looks like scrambled eggs, it actually was quite delicious and complemented everything nicely. Pork was very tender, not much fat really at all, so definitely made for an enjoyable dinner. And then we move on to dessert, which was a berry pudding with a little cream dressing on it. Really flavorful and overall very well done. Flavor was absolutely amazing, and really very satisfied with the brief but short meal service. We now dive into the entertainment system. As you can see, the touchscreen is much smaller than normal. I would probably equate this to like a premium economy TV size nowadays, but with the outdated business class product, this was at the peak of business class at the time. So screen is still decent definition. It's not going to be your new HD that you have on a lot of the newer business class screens, but it still does the job and beats a smaller old school economy screen. The interface itself is slightly outdated. Organization isn't too bad. There's not a lot to it, so the interface is quite simple. What you will notice is that the interface is very laggy. This is fitting with the older processor in the entertainment system, so expect something similar to your mom or your grandma's old computer. Just gotta be patient with it. The touchscreen was fairly responsive, only had a couple episodes where it really didn't connect the first time, so if you want to use the remote, that's definitely going to be the better way to go about things. One thing to note as well is there is a footrest available. This is great for when you're lounging and reclining, but also is nice when you're sleeping. It adds a nice little foothold for you and keeps things cozy. Being 6 feet tall, I fit in the bed just fine. As you can see here, it is entirely laid out with pillow and mattress pad. Really made for a comfy flight, and I enjoyed my sleep thoroughly. We were off to breakfast, and we started with a little fruit plate with some yogurt on top, a cup of coffee, along with a bacon, egg, cheese, and barbecue sauce sandwich. Barbecue sauce is very typical for Australia, and it was a great way to start the morning and a great way to wrap up the meal service on board our Qantas flight today. Overall, Qantas outdated product. I used American Airline redemption points for this, and I will say that as much as I did miss the A330 cabin, I love flying on the Queen of the Skies, the 747, and really the 222 on the upper deck, the 22 layout on the upper deck. Definitely missed that little aspect of privacy, but it really wasn't that bad. I would still fly it again. It's awesome. The staff and flight attendants are extremely friendly, very welcoming. So the service really helps set Qantas apart, I think, and which is something that helped bring them into the top 10 for Skytrack's ranking this year for airlines internationally. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers, a crazy milestone I didn't think I would really achieve, not even in a year. So really thank you to you guys for following along. Definitely going to be working on making more consistent videos. Got more flight reviews coming up. I want to get in to do some golf course vlogs, some more travel vlogs. So if you guys have ideas, drop them in the comments below. But again, thank you very, very much. And I promise I will be more regular with posting content. We've got a little trip coming up here to Milan and Abu Dhabi, so looking forward to scouting that out for you guys. But until next time, safe travels, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Take care.